Where the Rivers Merge, the new title soon to be released by our good friend and New York Times best-selling author Mary Alice Monroe. Welcome back.
Layla, hello.
Long overdue. It's been a while.
I know, it's been a while since I had a middle grade series, so this is the first adult novel in about 4 years.
Congratulations.
It took that long to write it.
Yes, well, you are the queen of low country fiction,
Thank you.
and I know that a lot of your fans have been waiting for this book to come out. So first, why don't we just dive into what the inspiration was for this book, and if you can walk us a little bit through the story.
Well, this book is the epitome of everything I've wanted to say for the last 20 years. And it's, okay, Queen of Low Country Fiction, this is a low country novel. It takes place in the Ace Basin, and a lot of people actually don't know where that is, even here in South Carolina, but it's our crown jewel. It's the acronym for the Ashepoo, Combahee, and Edisto Rivers between Beaufort and Charleston. And it's 360,000 acres put into conservation. So how do you tell that story? So it takes place from 1900 to 1988. And I told it through this one woman's voice.
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
one woman's life.
So she, by this point, is in her 80s.
Yes.
So you're really covering every stage of this woman's
It is the
life.
most exciting. Everyone thinks the Southern history sort of ends after the Civil War.
Right.
Oh my goodness, Layla, 1900 to 1988. You go from horse-drawn carriages, the failure of the rice plantations, the buying of the big plantations when the ducks came in by the Northeast industrialists, which made it a Downton Abbey kind of a world.
Right.
And then you go up into, you know, the Industrial Revolution and all the Jim Crow era and women's rights and the Charleston Renaissance, and it's the most exciting time.
You know, if we think about Charleston having changed, or South Carolina for that matter, changing so much just in the last decade, can you imagine?
88 years. So
88 years.
So the question, how do I tell that story?
Right.
I think I always have to ask that. So I told it through Eliza. Eliza Pinckney Chalmers Delancey. That tells a long story. Rivers.
It's a fantastic name, yes.
So she has a busy life.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, very interesting family tree. Yeah, for sure.
It's such an epic story, though, and a family saga, that it's told in 2 novels.
So how does the landscape play into your story as it has in previous novels?
In previous novels, I used a species like the sea turtle or the dolphin, and I learned about them and brought them into the book. This was bigger. I think the scope is bigger. It's about habitat. It encompasses vast acreage of land and ecosystems. And the question, you know, we all know land is put into conservation, but I wanted to show the readers and explore for myself why.
Right.
What makes someone love the land so much
Sure.
that they want to save it?
And there's a constant battle here, too, between conservation and evolution.
Yes.
Societal evolution.
Oh, yes.
You know, with everybody moving here to South Carolina because of how beautiful and bucolic it is, there is that friction. Yeah, indeed,
And
there is overbuilding. Yeah, absolutely.
I think those of us who love it here, we want to keep why we have a love for the land. So it's really important to preserve large enough swaths of land, and even on the beaches, to protect our beaches. So that's why I just didn't want to just tell you how it's done, but why it was done.
Why do you think it took you so long to write this particular story?
Because it's so big.
Yeah.
But it's one woman's story, and it's the most personal book I've ever read. We talk about conservation, but what's going to turn the pages are the people.
Yeah.
This is a life. You meet her at 8 years of age, and you're going to follow her life to all the ups and downs and the loves and the deaths and the births and all that makes you turn the pages.
A lot happens in 88 years. Yeah.
But for me personally, though, I couldn't have written this book 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It's because she's a woman of a certain age that not only do I get to say what I want to say about land, I'm more importantly, more personally, I get to talk to you and other young women, my daughters, about life lessons.
Yes.
You know, this is me talking through Eliza about what I want to say. Come, children, listen.
And gives us a window of what's to come potentially.
Yeah.
You know, a wisdom there that we haven't quite developed that awaits us with time and experience.
I love that word.
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah.
It's one of the few gifts we get when we get old.
Right, I know. Hey, I'm putting all my stock in wisdom. Believe me, these days, trust me.
We have a lot to say to our youngins.
Yes, wonderful. So when do you think the second book is going to come out?
About 1.5 years after this
Okay,
one.
wonderful.
Because I'm finishing it now, and then the paperback, of course, comes out, so you have to pace it. But I don't want my readers to wait too long because
Right.
I know the end.
Yes.
And I always write in a circle.
Yeah.
So I want people to remember the beginning so that at the end they go,
Yes, yes. I can't wait. I can't wait to dig into this one. And of course, for our fans out there, they're going to have a chance to meet with you. So this is going to happen on May 13th. This
May
is a
13th.
Tuesday, right? Also Thursday, June the 15th with Blue Bicycle Books.
Yes.
So you'll be there for a book signing and event.
at Blue Bicycle, and the one at the Library Society on King Street is the launch.
Yes, wonderful.
And then I'm also going to be at Barnes & Noble eventually in the summer. I'll be peppering around, but those are the 3 big ones.
Fantastic. And you have a birthday coming up soon. I wish you a very happy birthday. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. So make sure you go to wherever fine books are sold. Get this latest, Where the Rivers Merge. You will not be disappointed, Mary Alice
I
Monroe.
hope. It's
Thank
been
you.
a long wait, and I hope it was worth it.
It certainly has. It always is.
Thank
you
you.
so much. We'll be back after this.